That's like a green text. Be me in an escape room, have to shit my pants. Anyway, hello everybody. This is a segment, I think. Chat, everybody say hello. SDL, friend of the stream, posted this meme. There's a guy over here on the left saying, "It's not my job to educate you. Your views aren't total garbage. What do you want? A trophy? Do your own learning. Google is free. PayPal me." And there's a guy on the right. "You want to know more? Awesome. Here, have some scientific arguments for racism. Wait, let me get my Muslim rape statistics. Commies and Jews have infiltrated everything. I'm the only educator you could trust." This meme is like a Venus flytrap for the people it's making fun of. Utterly bizarre thing to tweet out, LOL. People become Nazis because left-wing people are too mean and gatekeepy while Nazis are nice to them. Craven horseshit from a Krassen horseshitter. So that's not what this meme is saying, first of all. There's people, and I've seen them, I've 8 years on the internet. There's people who, they don't really have, they're not set in their beliefs, you know what I mean? They're probably not even extremely political. They don't know much. Who, like, they're just, like, floating around. Maybe some of you guys are that, right? And then maybe they have a question, or maybe they talk about something, and they're talking to a left-wing person. This is how a lot of them at least were back in the day. It's not my job to educate you, Google it, you know, not my job, you know, shitlord. And people on the right are so eager. And they're eager to bring people in. You know what I mean? Like just see how they treat people who say that they leave the left, right? If you're talking to a Nazi, and they're going to be friendly because they know you're the sort of person who's willing to talk to a Nazi? First of all, I know the guy has a swastika on his shirt, but they don't usually, like, do that, you know what I mean? They're not outright saying that they're a Nazi. They're not that blatant. They don't have a swastika on their shirt. They're saying, "Hey, I understand you. I get it. I get where you're coming from. But I'll tell you. I'll tell you all about it, kid. Psst, come over here. Those fucking SJWs. They don't know shit." This is so important to me because as somebody who has seen this, as somebody who has witnessed the person on the left and the person on the right, the people who don't get it either weren't around when the person on the left was at the peak, when that was leftism online. They weren't around, or they're that person. Also, if your experience of left-wing people is all of them telling you to educate yourself, maybe it's because you're clearly an incredibly annoying bad faith actor. I don't know. You're this guy, my dude. You're absolutely this guy. Why do these people just, like, they claim to be activists, but when it comes to actually doing the activism and the talking to other people, trying to convince them of their ideas, it's like, no, sorry, society is just fucked, and you can't help specific people. Like, yes, that is current society, but society is made up of individuals, and if we can help individuals on micro levels, why shouldn't we do that? I had a convo. I had a little back and forth. So I said to the guy, "You're the guy in the first panel, get well soon." And this guy goes, "Are you saying that 'cause you're the guy in the second panel?" Yes! The point is to be the guy in the second panel as a leftist. To be the guy that says, "Oh yeah, this is that, this is that, this is this," you know what I mean? And I'm just like, yes, that's what every left-winger should be. Do you not understand the point of this comic? Every left-winger should be an eager Nazi. Mask-off moment for you, to be honest. Part of educating people is that they aren't empty banks to deposit information in. They bring their own biases and ideologies to the table. If they choose to be a Nazi, then there's more going on than just mean lefty told me to read a book. This is why the left can't meme, by the way. They don't get simple-ass fucking, like, comics like that. Everything has, they don't get it, so they're like, well, there's more than just me. Like, of course there's more. Of course there's more. Of course it's deeper than that, just the two panels. Yes. This is why Stone Toss can, like, make a point in 3 panels. But when I do, like, a little joke online, like, about how, like, we give too much money to the military-industrial complex or some shit, we spend too much money on the military and not fixing our own potholes. And I show a picture of a pothole, and there's a bunch of lefties like, actually, the picture of that pothole is in the UK. It's not even from America. Google Images says that pothole picture is from the UK. My point is, we're not spending money on our infrastructure. Actual education and unlearning of people, 1984, who are predisposed to fascism is not a matter of which YouTuber you watch first. Okay, literally ask so many people, so many young people, what their entryism into leftism was. And a lot of them will cite this YouTuber, that streamer, whatever. It's like, a lot of people have, like, that is their first introduction to, like, leftism. I've been that for people. Like, during the primaries, when I would cover a bunch of shit, like, the Democrats being idiots and, like, would, like, prop up Bernie and whatever, so many people are like, oh, you were my entry point into all of this and whatever. It's just so stupid. It is a slow and painful process. Why has it gotta be painful? Which a lot of activists doing actual work don't have time for. Also, you're a streamer, you're not in the position to lecture anybody about activism. This is so boomer. First of all, I don't claim to be an activist. I don't do any activism. I just spew shit on the internet, right? I don't think I'm doing activism. But this is such a boomer thing. Like I said in the next thing, so do you not believe there's an online right-wing radicalization problem? You'd be the first leftist I've ever come across that doesn't believe that. And he says, yes, there is an online right-wing radicalization problem. So online does matter, I guess, but it won't be solved by you, well, obviously, or any of your particular political persuasion doing Twitch debates and the like. That's not what liberational or truly de-radicalizing pedagogy is. Like, so they can be radicalized, but they can't be de-radicalized. What is the logic here? And he's like, you have a real way of making people possibly sympathetic to genocidal ideology sound as if they have a childlike innocence to them. You don't seem to ask what is present in that person's consciousness that makes such thing appealing. So, like, they're just saying, like, if you are sort of curious, if you have right-wing beliefs or anything, or if you're, like, kind of slipping into that or whatever, you just have, like, your brain it's done. It's over. It's the original sin. This mindset of don't talk to anybody who disagrees with you, don't try to understand where they're coming from, don't try to, like, make it so they understand where you're coming from. And it's just like, why as you as a leftist, why don't you want to change people's minds? Why do you think people, like, aren't you the rehabilitation types? Don't you think that murderers in prison can be rehabilitated? But somebody who's like, I just think, you know, women, I just think there's two genders, there's no coming back from that, that's it, it's over. And a lot of these people, like, they don't talk to people who don't just agree with them. They just don't. So they have this straw man in their mind. They're all racist, they're all sexist, they're all transphobic. That's shit. They're just all terrible people. It's not that they want the world to be a better place, but they have, like, a different way to go about that, and they think that's the correct way. No, they're all genocidal. They all want to kill you. So you're just gonna be a Nazi because the left is rude online? People have actually gone right because the left is ridiculous. But, like, imagine, like, I always make fun of that because if that was the case, I'd be like Hitler right now. Like, there's if it was like whoever's mean, if it was lunch table politics and, like, whoever is mean to you, you go to the other side instead, like, you switch lunch tables because that table's too mean to you, I would be, like, so far to the right in that cafeteria. So I'm just trying to make a more fun, inclusive left wing with blackjack and hookers on the internet. That is the goal here.